The hillock covered in clusters of clouds, green dense forests and shadowy mounds warmly summons the weary passers to take shelter in her cooling lap. Shillong of yore, its beauty and serenity was immortalized in the form of poems penned down by none other than Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore when he was in the hill station in the early 1900s. The above excerpt, taken from Tagore's Shillong Chithi or Letter from Shillong, has been translated into English by noted educationist and writer Uma Purkayastha. He had penned this letter, which some argued is a poem, when he was in Shillong during his second visit to the hill station in 1923. In today's edition of Shillong's iconic structures, we are featuring two iconic bungalows where Tagore had stayed when he was in the hill state in 1919 and 1923. The first is the Brookside bungalow in Rilbong, a premises that also houses the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly. It was in this bungalow that the Nobel laureate had stayed with his family for 20 days on his first visit to the hills of Meghalaya on October 11, 1919. This 18-room bungalow at Brookside, which was owned by one K.C. Day, a divisional commissioner under the then British government, is now under the ownership of the Art and Culture Department, Government of Meghalaya. The bungalow is also being used partially by the Indian Council of Cultural Relations, ICCR, as its regional office. I relish the moonrise peeping through the trees, along with the pine-scented, soothing breeze. I wander and rejoice in the lonely grove, plucking and strolling the treasure trove. Stranger birds dance greeting me, the bulbul whistles in the grand soiree. A verse from this translated version of Shillong Chithi depicts the pleasant and calm weather of Shillong as described by Tagore when he was staying at the Jitbhumi bungalow in Rilbong during his second sojourn in April 1923. It was in this place that the Nobel laureate spent almost 2 months and vastly enriched his literary works. Jitbhumi was built during the last part of the 19th century to house British officers, as Shillong had been the capital of Assam Territory since 1874. But when Assam was incorporated into the new province of Eastern Bengal and Assam in 1905 till 1912, the capital was shifted from Shillong to Dhaka, now Dhaka, and all the top officials were transferred to Dhaka. During that period, the house was disposed of at a cheap rate and Jitbhumi was purchased by Dr. Devendranath Chatterjee, a government physician in Shillong. Tagore named the house Jitbhumi, or conquered land, and that name is being carried on with till today. The heritage Jitbhumi bungalow is now under private ownership. In April, May, June 1923, Tagore's famous drama Rakta Korobi and poems like Shillong Chithi, among a few others, were written here. During his third and final visit in May-June 1927, Tagore had stayed at Sidley House at Upland Road, Laitamukra.